there, it's Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I do all sorts of budget DIYs, thrift flips, and more. So if you like this type of content, could you do me a solid and consider subscribing? It would also be really awesome if you'd leave a like or a comment down below because it would really help my channel grow. Today I'm taking part in the Twine It Up challenge. And this challenge is hosted by Creations by Favi, and the co-host for this one is DIY Beauty on Purpose. I will have all of the links in the description box below for both of their channels and the playlist, so go check out the rest of the creators. There's always going to be cool stuff. What I'm going to do today is take this milk bottle and I'm going to turn it into a vase. I tried to get this off of here. It doesn't look like it's going to come off. I used acetone, I used rubbing alcohol, I tried scraping it with a knife, I even used my heat gun trying to heat it up. It's not coming off. So, if I paint over it, it's all going to show through, which, if I wanted it to be farmhouse style, that might work out okay, but I really don't want that. So I think what I'm going to try is the spackling technique, and I want to cover it with that, and we'll go from there and see how it works. I've never done this before, so this is going to be fun. So I've got this lightweight spackling that I got from the Dollar Tree. I've got several different sizes of twine here. I haven't decided what I'm going to use yet. And I also have beads and just a little heart that I want to make a thing. I want to make a thing to go on here. It's one of those days. I'm freezing. It's Central Texas. It's like still in the single digits. I'm standing here. My feet are freezing. I've got 2 pairs of socks on. I've got Cookie Monster pajama pants, a robe, long sleeve shirts, the whole nine. I'm freezing. So, I can't talk either. I've been drinking coffee all morning. So, let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so first I'm going to start by cleaning this off with some acetone. I had it handy, so I figured I would just go ahead and wipe that down. And I'm going to try and speed through a bunch of this process. So what I want to do is put some Mod Podge down. I'm going to coat the whole thing. I don't know if I'll need it for that spackle to stick, but better safe than sorry. And I am going to be gluing on it as well, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out. And there I'm using my heat gun to help it because, well, nothing is drying right now. So there it is with the matte finish Mod Podge, and now I'm going to get into the spackle, but first I want to tape off an area. I'm using electrical tape. I think it was She's So Crafty had suggested using electrical tape on things where you need to like go around places that aren't sharp or flat, you know what I mean? Because it'll contort and adhere better in shapes or curves or whatnot. So here's my Dollar Tree spackle. It's rather dry, so I think I'm going to, yeah, see, it's really kind of dry. It just fell off my glove. A little bit of water and mix that up, and that's way better. Nice gluey, gooey texture. So I'm just going to go ahead and start applying that. So I've got that done there. Covered up some bare spots that I saw. And I'm going to rest that off for a little bit. Take the tape off. I wanted to make sure I separated the area where I was going to put down the twine. I didn't think it would adhere to this spackle very well, so I thought it was better just to split it up. That way I can put the twine there at the bottom. But first I'm going to start assembling this garland. Alright, I'm going to use this super skinny twine to make the tassel part of the end. I want to make one like this that I did earlier, but I'm not going to use this one. So I've just got this board, and I'm going to wrap the twine around it to, you know, create that long part, and I'm just going to go from there. The same tassel technique you've probably seen from gobs of other awesome creators. I learned from them. They probably learned from somebody too, and you know, I think this is just the way I mean, I was making these things with embroidery thread back in the 90s, so yeah. So just wrap it around here a few times, and then I'll tie it off and cut it and trim it. I'll go ahead and speed all that up for you. Now I'm just trimming off the ends, getting it shaped up nicely the way I like it. Kind of fluffing it out a little bit. I've got a rogue string that doesn't want to lay flat. I fix that later though. And there's the tassel. Yeah, there he is. He's a rogue. I'll glue it later. Yeah, looks cute. Now, I'm not following any kind of rhyme or reason when making my bead thing. I'm just gonna, and I didn't realize the whole box was off camera, but I'm just trying to decide on which one I want to use the bottom. I kind of want to camouflage the knot at the bottom a little bit. I think that'll work out okay. And I do take hot glue, smush it all together, make it all nice and tight at the bottom there, which you can't really tell. I'm showing you in the camera, but okay, yeah. Trimming off the excess leads, and yeah, I'll just use a spot of hot glue to keep that all together, and then I'll start loading the beads up. And I do take some painter's tape, just blue painter's tape, just to wrap the very end of my string. I didn't want to have to fiddle with trying to get that through each bead, and I wanted to strengthen it up a little bit, so I just used the painter's tape and to, you know, be my needle of sorts. Using my silicone spatula because I didn't have any silicone tools, but I have one on the way whenever the mail can finally travel again. It's been, yeah, it's nasty here in Texas. Here's what we get to see off to the side of our house. It's super cold out. The wind is blowing. This is why nothing wants to dry. can hear crunching. That's somebody driving down the street because there's ice everywhere. Ice and snow. It's bad. So yeah, thought I'd interrupt to show off this oh so beautiful view. So using my trusty little spatula, I'm just, like I said, I'm gluing the very end knot there from the tassel so I can get the bead on there and get it to, even if the bead doesn't exactly stick, it'll at least fall down onto that knot a little bit, kind of hide it. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and speed up the whole rest of the bead garland tassel construction, as it were. So I'm just finishing up this garland. I'll set it off to the side because we want to add that little heart-shaped tag, but I want to paint that first. So I'm just going to grab some white acrylic and go ahead and give it some paint. These little hearts came with my wood burning toolkit, and just very thin little pieces of wood. Nice to play with. I didn't drill it, I just literally burned the hole right through the center. I'm still learning how to use it, but it comes in handy for poking holes. I used it in my last video, my useful DIY video, to poke holes in plastic. It works good for that. I don't know if I have the patience to practice with that thing. I don't feature me using it a whole lot for anything other than that, maybe. So yeah, I'm just giving it a good coat. I do give it 2 coats in total. I don't know if I'm gonna put anything on it. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because if I decide I want to give it away or something, then someone else can, you know, I can personalize it for them, or they can stick a sticker or something on it if they want. So just give it a good coat of paint. Blah. I don't know what I was doing there. Aha, picking through the hole. Yes, I was using my picker tool to clean the hole out. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. When paint gets in the hole, you gotta clean it. And here I've got it painted both sides, and I use my brush paint pens. I just use a black one to cover the edges. Now I'm going to go ahead and tie it off. So let me show you what I'm going to do here. I'm threading this up through the first few beads. That'll help keep that string under control and out of the way. And that's where I use the blue painter's tape to make it like a needle of sorts. Now I'm not even going to glue it. I'm just gonna get it, pull it tight and cut it. And that's all she wrote. So now this is all assembled, and I could have actually gone a few beads less than I did, but nah. So I'm just playing around with the different different ideas of it and how it can go on the thing. And there it is. So pretty. So here I'm going to go ahead and work on painting this. I'm going to throw down a layer of white, and then I'm going to mix up some gray later and paint on that too. So I'm going to go ahead and speed all this up for you, and I'll get back to you when I'm done painting. Alright, so now the paint's dry, and next I'm going to take this fat twine that I have, and that is what I'm going to wrap around the bottom there. So there you can see I finished that off camera, the bottom part, and I'm just using this in-between sized twine, and I'm going to wrap that around the top of the bottle. That's going to be just the top there, and this is the last part of this, so I'll just fly through it. There's the finished product. It's pretty cute. I stuffed it with some pampas grass and some ostrich feathers, stuff I got from Amazon. That difference of texture. We've got the twine and the concrete, as it were, and then soft, fluffy with the pampas grass and the ostrich feathers there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. Leave me a like and a comment down below. And again, make sure you check out the rest of the playlist. The links are in the description box below. And as always, be safe and take care, y'all.